Hi, this week we're supposed to be doing books and films that we love. I have too many of both of those, so I decided to just pick three of each. So, um, first I'll do books. The first two books are by Noam Chomsky. This one is Media Control, and then this one is called On Anarchism. This one I've mostly finished, and this one I'm mostly finished too. I think everybody should read Chomsky and watch his lectures and interviews and stuff. He's very, very smart. And I just feel like I'm doing my part as a responsible citizen to know the social consequences of living in a democracy that we're supposedly living in. And then the third book is one that I bought used off Amazon, and I'm big into buying used clothes and books and everything because buying new really hurts the environment. And when you buy new, you spend 15% of the price goes to packaging. And then most of the time the packaging is plastic, and that gets it ends up in landfills, and it ends up hurting the environment. So when you can, please buy used. So I bought this book called Death, The Final Stage of Growth, and I've read it like 3 or 4 times. I bought it after a family member died, and I was struggling with dealing with death for the first time, and coming to terms with my own death and how to grieve in a respectful way and in a way that wasn't selfish and just about me. So this is a really good book. Even if you're thinking about death in general, or if you're scared of your own death, it's a great way to think of death as like another natural thing that you shouldn't be afraid of, but that you should embrace as the end of a very long journey. Yeah. And then for movies, the first one I have to talk about is Y Tu Mamá También. It's on Netflix, and I know it got a little bit popular because Diego Luna stars in that movie, and he's in the newest Star Wars movie. And I just like that movie a lot because it's really intimate, and it's really quiet, and it's really sensual, and it explores themes about sexuality and innocence and youth and loss of innocence and things like that. And I think it's just a really, really good movie, and the soundtrack is something that I love so much. Sometimes I listen to the soundtrack and just start crying because it's so beautiful. And I don't know, I think everyone should just watch some foreign films sometimes because they're really, really good. Another good one is Pan's Labyrinth. I know everyone's seen that a million times, but just an example, and Amores Perros and stuff like that. The second movie that I wanted to talk about was the second movie that I've been liking really recently has been No Country for Old Men. I haven't read the book. I don't really plan on doing it because I have enough books, and I don't have enough time to read all the books that I have. But I really, really love that movie, and it kind of hit home a little bit because where I live in the American Southwest, and it's about the end of the cowboy era and nostalgia and the conflicts between Mexicans and American cowboyish types along the border, and it's really, really good. Obviously it's a classic, but if you want to see a movie that's like that one, and it's also newer but worth watching, and it didn't get quite as big as it's called Sicario, directed by Guillermo del Toro, and it is so good. I've probably seen it 5 or 6 times, And Cinefix has a bunch of videos on it and how artful some of the scenes were filmed. And then the last movie I want to talk about is one that is also a book. Um, it's called Contact, and it's based on the only fiction novel that Carl Sagan ever wrote. And he's like my inspiration, and I strive to be everything that he was. Um, and it's very old. Well, it's not super old, but it had Jodie Foster and Matthew McConaughey when they were both like late 20s, early 20s. I don't know like why people age weird, but it's like the previous generation's Interstellar. But I think it's better than Interstellar because it doesn't have as many like plot holes, and it's just a really good movie. And I've seen it a million times, and I cry every time. And I'm a person that gets used to like movies and stories and books very fast, and I usually don't cry after the first time, but I cry every time. And it's just a really touching movie, and it kind of brings hope to humanity and like finding aliens and stuff like that. And not hope like, yeah, we're gonna find them, but hope like, yeah, it's gonna be okay. Like that the universe isn't apathetic to us, but it's kind of sympathetic to us. And yeah, I have like a million more books to talk about and a million more movies. And I wish I would have gone to see Get Out in time to film this video, but I'm not going to see it until next week. So that would probably be on this list because I've only heard good things about it, and I've heard that it's like one of the best movies of 2017. But yeah, that is my video.